Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to another another video. I've just got a guest turned up. Yeah, I hope everyone's well. Happy Sunday to all. I am drinking a jam roly-poly Aunt Bessie's Pale Ale. So yeah, cheers all. Cheers to Mark, especially, because he always gives me a cheers, Space Cowboy. Cheers, my friend. So yeah, I hope everyone's all good on this nice, sunny, thundery, rainy Sunday. It's been a really, really crazy day today. The weather's all over the place. So yes, I'll just top that one up because I have a bit of a chat, so going to need some thirst quenchers. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking. When I bought these, I thought they were the apple crumble ones, which are much nicer. But yeah, this stuff isn't too bad. If you see it, it's worth giving it a little go. So this is a pickups video. Got some random bits and bobs, nothing too major, nothing big this time. But because I've got some stuff, I just thought, well, I'll do a video today. And in the background, we've got Owl's Arcade. Yeah, it's good old Owl's Arcade. I'll put a link to his channel down below. I'm sure everyone's already subbed to his channel, but if you're not already, definitely give him a watch. Legend of a guy, and a really great channel. So anyway, let's get started with all this random crap I picked up. I'll start with this one because I meant to have included this in my last video. I forgot all about it. It's a video pack game, possibly my last video pack game that I pick up as well, because now I've got the multi-cart, I don't really need to pick up any more games. But this one I picked up just before the multi-cart, and it's one I already had called Freedom Fighters, but this one is the Video Pack Plus version. So you've got the enhanced graphics on here, which pretty much is like having a Vectrex overlay for the video pack. So you get the background. I can't entirely decide if it really adds much to the game. It's probably more of a distraction than anything, but yeah, it's quite interesting to try. So because I've got the BBC Micro there, I'm going to show you a game which I picked up at the end. I've only just had a little quick go on it just to make sure it works, but I thought I'd put a bit of gameplay at the end. So I'm going to try not to block myself in too much. So yes. Drink first, discuss later. So these next two are a couple of upgrades. I've already mentioned TI-99. I'm pretty much there, to be honest, on TI-99 games. Oh, great. Got a car alarm just gone off. Typical, isn't it? You do a video, and if it's not the dogs barking... Oh, there we go. They stopped it already. Anyway, this is an upgrade to a game that I had loose, but because it's one we used to own back in the day, and one I've got a lot of fond memories of, which is Burger Time. I saw it boxed in a little job lot, so I thought I'd grab that. This with another one, which I'm about to show you. They were quite cheap, and neither of which I had boxed, both of which we used to own. So these boxes, they were always designed to self-destruct, really, so not the best condition. But it's nice to have it there with the artwork for the shelf. So yeah, that's an upgrade, Burger Time. So I think I might know somebody that needs this game, which is Scott, Sega Zombie. So Scott, if you're watching this, if you haven't got Burger Time, let me know and I will send it to you, buddy. Not in a box, a loose one. So let's put that one there in front of the Vectrex. And the other one, which is also an upgrade, which I think I've already given to Scott. So again, if you haven't got this game, buddy, let me know. Or the same goes for anybody else. If it's anybody that's already commented on one of my previous videos, I put that restriction just because I don't want somebody just coming in and just sort of claiming a freebie. But if it's somebody that's watching this video that's already commented on one of my other ones prior to this, and you want this, the loose version, not the one box one, because this is my upgrade, but that is Donkey Kong. So this I did already have loose for a long time now, but because it's this is one I have a lot of nostalgia for. We all used to love playing this when we were kids. Mum and Dad played it as well, good old Donkey Kong. And it's just something cool about seeing by Nintendo on a TI-99 game box. And it's actually in quite good condition as well, because these cardboard that they used to use on these games was so thin, they're usually really squashed. And this one's quite good. So yeah, bit of an upgrade there, and one I'm very happy to have. So let's shove that there out the way. If it will stay, I think it will. Just about. So next, I've got a PlayStation game. And there's a lot of nostalgia in here actually, this pickups video. And this is a game from my local game shop called MT Games. I've talked about them before. Fantastic little shop. So if ever you visit Taunton, be sure to pop in MT Games because it's really good. Nice staff, good prices, and a good selection of stuff. But this particular game they've had in there for over a year. And I think they had a price tag of, I think it was 35 quid, which I wasn't willing to spend because it is a two-player game really. But I used to play this a lot with my best mate. We also had the sequel to this, but this one we just played so much. Really simple game, but just so much fun. And I went in there recently, and they'd actually dropped it in price to 20 quid. So I thought, yeah, at that price, I'll jump in and grab it. And that is Poi Poi. Don't know how many people remember or played this, but it was great fun. Basically, just picking up all of the objects on a playing field and lobbing them at the other four players, or the other three players, I should say, because there's 4 players in total. I don't know if you could play as 4 players, but it was just me and my best mate used to play this. And it's just such a laugh, it really is. And like I say, we also had the sequel. Can't remember if the sequel was better than this or not. But yeah, I think I did do some gameplay footage of this, because I've had this one. I must have picked this up around the time I did my last video. So if I remember, I'll put that in. But yeah, really cool little game. And 20 quid, you know, even if I don't play it much, it's just a lot of happy memories with that. So sometimes that's enough to make it worth its place on the shelf. So that's my only PlayStation buy. Next, we do a couple of little cars, little toys. You know, I've been collecting a few Corgi and Matchbox cars. Well, these two came from the same seller on eBay. Both carded. There was one I was particularly after, but I had a look at his other items, and there was another one which I think I also had. I'm not certain on that, but I had a lot of these little military vehicles. But it was only 10 quid for the second one, and I was able to combine postage, so I thought, you know what, I'll get it anyway. And that is the SP Gun Cannon Auto Porte. The little tank, Rollermatics. I had probably 2 or 3 of these Rollermatics. I think this was one of them. But yeah, really nice condition, and it only cost, I think I paid about 10 quid for that. It was, I think he had it on there at £11.80, and when I watched it, I got an offer for 10 quid. So I thought I'll get that as well as the other one. Where can I put them? I'll put them up here. I don't want to block myself in because I want to do a bit of gameplay at the end. But this is the reason which I bought them. And this one, since I started collecting these things, this was one which I really remember. And it's one of the initial ones that I saved to my what do we call it? Not watch list, the saved searches. And you can find it boxed occasionally, but it's always in the little Matchbox boxes. And most of mine were in these cards, because we usually got them from sort of Boots, Smiths, W.H. Smiths, Woolworths and such like. It's on the little tin racks that you used to get. But yeah, finally this popped up on my saved search, and it was on there. I think it was £18, and I think when I watched it, I got an offer of 16 or something like that. So I grabbed that and grabbed the other one, but this is the main one I wanted. So yeah, the little beach hopper, Rollermatics. So the little guy moves around, I remember, when you move the car. Not that I'm going to be opening it. But yeah, really cool to have it on the card. And I don't know if you can see, but it's really faint, but it's actually a Boots sticker on there. 47 pence. And that's really cool to have, because Boots was definitely one of the places I used to get these, especially because my mum used to work in Boots when we were really young. So yeah, quite a lot of these little cars we used to get from Boots. So it's extra special to get it with a Boots sticker on there. So yes, there we go, the beach hopper. This is getting quite risky as always. Oh, it works. So then we've got a couple of BBC micro games on disc. One of which I've played before at school, and the other one not, which I'll be playing in a minute. So this one, the first one is Hypersports. Used to own this on a ZX Spectrum. It was the Specky port was really, really good. I definitely played this at school, but the only event I can remember playing at school was the skeet shooting. So yeah, I've not played it yet. I have just now, because I only received these a couple of days ago. I think it might have even been yesterday. But I did load it up just now just to check it works, and yeah, the disc works fine, so I'll be playing that later on. So yeah, what have we got on there? Skeet shooting, swimming, what's that called, with a sort of horse vaulting thing, archery, which was always a favourite, weightlifting, and I think it might be like 100 meters. No, it might be triple jump, I think. But yeah, great game, especially the Spectrum version. That was fantastic. So yes, Hypersports. I'm going to put that there because again, I don't want to block myself in there. This one I've just tried to do a hairdryer repair actually because the outer is really crinkly, and I'm sure I read that if you heat these up with a hairdryer, it takes the wrinkles out, but it didn't seem to work. So maybe I'm missing a trick there. But anyway, that game I'm going to be showing you at the end because I've got it loaded up there, and that is Commando. Another one I had on the Spectrum back in the day. This one I've never played the BBC Micro version apart from just now, just testing it. Actually loads and works. Seen videos of this version, and people criticise it, but it looks kind of interesting actually. It's more of a how would you call it? Push screen? No, not push screen. Not flip screen either. But it's not got scrolling. I think it's push screen you'd call it. So it's not got scrolling like the Specky version. Definitely slower paced, but it looks quite good. So yeah, I thought I'd grab it. Both of these were sort of between 10 and 15 quid each, I think. So yeah, I'll be showing you that at the end of the video. And now I've got some Specky games. These just arrived. I collected these yesterday, so I haven't got any videos of these. These are all really basic games, but very cool little games. They only cost me £1 each. So I got these from a seller on Sinclair for sale. And there we go. The main reason I bought these was because this lot here, these 6, were my very first ZX Spectrum games back in the day. They actually came with my Spectrum Plus 2. So yeah, got fond memories of those. Treasure Island, I think. Treasure Island and Oh Mummy were my favourites. Don't think I liked Alien Destroyer. And I don't think I liked Crazy Golf. Disco Dan, I think I didn't mind. And Punchy, that's like a Hunchback clone. But I used to use that to wind up my mate because he really hated the voice on it. So I used to fire that up. Whenever I knew my mate was coming down, I'd get that loaded ready. And then I got Jumping Jack. That was, again, I think that was £1.50, that one. And Magic Land Dizzy, which I'm not 100% sure I've played. I used to really like the Dizzy games. I played the first one. I had the first one. And I also had Treasure Island Dizzy, which was my favourite. And I had one more Dizzy, but I can't remember which one it was. So might have been that one, might have been a different one, I don't know. But yeah, £1 each, or £1.50 in the case of Jumping Jack. I thought they were well worth grabbing. So I've not played them yet, but they are there ready to give a go. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, there's a magazine here, which I forgot about. I have started reading this. It's quite nicely done actually. It's a new magazine. Richard RetroTap's been talking about this one because I think this is one he buys for the C64. Might be called the same, might be called Freeze 64 on there. But this is a new magazine for the Spectrum, and that is called Freeze ZX. So very similar to the Crash Micro magazine. I think less pages. There's a bit less in here. I would like to see it more padded out in future with reviews and such, but it is nicely done, and I do like the interview style. That's quite good. There's a couple of interesting interviews in here, which I've read already. I haven't read the whole magazine, but I've read a couple of the interviews. So yeah, I'll continue to buy it. I'll buy at least a couple more and see how it goes. But yeah, it's always interesting to see new Specky magazines turn up. I think that was like about five quid, including postage, or 5 or 6 quid. And that is about it for my pickups. I've got one music one as well. Before I show you that one, I should explain. You can probably see by my t-shirt. G Love and Special Sauce, somebody I've been into for a long time. Siren going by. We went to see G Love and Special Sauce in London on Thursday night in a little place called the Jazz Cafe. Really, really cool. Lovely little venue. Really intimate. We had table service and everything, so that was quite different. Quite a different thing. But yeah, G Love and Special Sauce, I used to be well into them back in the 90s, early 90s. The first album, the self-titled one, and then there was Coast to Coast Motel. What were the other ones? Philadelphonic was a good one. I had a few, but I didn't realise they were still going. Actually, I just started. I sort of had some memories of the CDs because I actually sold the CDs when we moved out to Argentina. I copied them all onto minidisc, and then when we moved out to Argentina, my minidisc player got stolen before we got it out of customs. It had actually been stolen, so I hadn't listened to them for years, and I sort of had some memories of them. So I thought, I'll get back into them again. So I started picking up some of the earlier CDs, and I discovered they're still going. So I happened to have a little look on the internet, and they were doing a tour, and one of the dates was in the UK, which is the one we went to. Obviously, they're Philadelphia based, so they usually tend to do America more than anything. But yeah, I grabbed tickets. It's absolutely fantastic. The performance was really, really good. All these years of wanting to see them, it didn't disappoint me. It was fantastic. Great band, great atmosphere. Garrett, really, really charismatic guy. Super, super talented. I already knew that. He sings, plays guitar, raps, harmonica. Really, really cool, and a really lovely guy. He had some little chats about stuff in between, talked about some of his history and everything. Yeah, brilliant night all round. So yeah, we had a fab time there. And the warm-up act, which I wasn't too sure if we were going to want to see or not. So we only arrived, I think she had about half an hour left. And it was somebody called Acantha Lang. But she was actually brilliant as well. Really upbeat, good fun. Really fantastic voice, beautiful voice, and good songs as well. So I picked up the vinyl while we were there, got that signed. So I'll put a little photo up if I remember. I'll put a photo of the of G Love and Special Sauce as well, doing their performance. But yeah, brilliant night and fantastic venue. If ever you have a chance to go to the London Jazz Cafe, they do a lot of events in there, a lot of artists and that, as well as sort of club nights. And yeah, just fantastic. It's just something so different to go to a venue so small. Considering some of the people they have in there, they have some well-known people in there. And yeah, really, really cool. You don't see many, or certainly not in the time I've been going to gigs. I've gone to so many gigs in the past, and I don't think I've ever been to anywhere quite like that. So yeah, that was a brilliant night. And I think that is probably about it. That's it for my pickups video. So yeah, it's not been too long since my last one, so I hope I haven't bored you all to tears. Oh, hang on. I was going to show you some gameplay, wasn't I? So yeah, let's just bring you over here. It's on the Micro Retech hub, so it's going to be quite flickery. But it's only going to be a short video. But I thought I'd just finish off with a bit of this. So yeah, let's... I had already practiced it, so we'll just put Technique in there. And let's give it a go. So hopefully it's not too bad a flicker. The game is quite flickery anyway. It's definitely not polished. It's not as good as the Specky port. But I've got to be honest, I actually quite like it. It's no way would I say it's better than the Specky version, because that was a classic. But it's quite slow paced. I'm already dead. It's quite slow paced, which gives you a bit of time to get out of the way of the bullets. So it's a little bit more tactical in a way. I've got a joystick, so I can't figure out how to throw grenades. I don't know if you can with a joystick. Obviously, you can with a keyboard, so you definitely can pick up grenades. So they're in here. Yeah, I know it gets criticised. All the videos I'd seen of this, because I always look up games. If I've not played them before, I look them up and just see if they're any good. And everybody really ran this one down to that grenade. But yeah, I would say it's better than I expected. It's not too bad. What's that? Is that something I can pick up? No, that's just the little mortar thing there. So I'll see how far I can get. This is most I've played now. I've just a really, really quick go on it just to make sure it just worked. These little guys, where you really want grenades to get rid of those folks. I do love the fact they got red outfits on. That's just not camo at all, is it? They kind of remind me of the little guys in Strikers Run. It's like they got little boiler suits on or something. Oh, I think that might be my last life. So, yeah, that's game over. So yeah, not much of a video of gameplay, but I just thought I'd finish off with that one just for fun. So anyway, that's 20 minutes, so it's long enough for me rambling on. But yeah, I hope everybody's good, and I'll catch you another time. And that is all.